Hello, my name is Nicola Tayo, and I am an early childhood specialist. I get to work with a team of experts, and collectively, we'd like to welcome you to the exciting world of voluntary pre-kindergarten. Here at the Early Learning Coalition of Martin, Indian River, and Okeechobee, we know how monumental this school year is. It's filled with play and learning, socializing, but most importantly, the memories that your child will keep forever. There are some important developmental aspects to talk about though. Today, in this very short video, we will address reading, writing, and just a couple other developmental expectations for this school year. For more detailed information on the early learning standards here in Florida, you can visit the Division of Early Learning, and I'm going to share that information with you at the end of this video. I'll also give you some information on who to reach out to for more support. Thank you. Language, communication, early literacy, and writing are critical to children's ability to learn, work, and play with others. Language and literacy development involves the way children learn to communicate with sounds, words, and gestures, and eventually, the way they learn to read and write. Children develop language and literacy through interactions with adults and other children, engagement with materials, and instructional experiences. Teachers are expected to plan lessons and use approved curriculum developed with the Florida Early Learning Standards in mind. There are 8 domains to cover, but today we are only focusing on language and literacy. Let's take a look at what teachers should teach and children should be able to do by the end of their voluntary pre-kindergarten year. In VPK, the expectation is not to be able to read the words in a book. The actual goal is for students to enjoy books and use pictures to show quote-unquote pretend reading. We call this emergent reading practices. Children will have many books read to them in VPK. Children will have lots of conversations about stories, learn to make connections to stories, and even make comparisons between stories. During VPK, your child will learn about the magic of books as well as how to explore them respectfully and safely. There are expectations when it comes to what's called phonological awareness. This is just the ability to recognize, manipulate, and understand how sounds in language are made up and can be changed to create different words. These skills are essential for reading and writing success, as they are central to learning to decode and spell printed words later. If these steps don't come first, we have gaps in learning that occur later. One thing that can be shocking is that students are not expected to sound out words and attempt sentence structure. The goal in writing is that students begin to show motivation to engage in written expression and appropriate knowledge of forms and functions of written composition. Things like scribbles and letter formations, and especially their own name, are expected. One of the most important parts of the day is unstructured, imaginative play. This is a time crucial for preschoolers' brain development. Using their imagination during playtime allows students time and space to develop and practice social skills like sharing and turn-taking. It also allows them to practice oral language skills like using new vocabulary in context and strengthening conversation skills. Also, it builds higher order thinking skills needed to help them be able to problem solve, create, and integrate new knowledge. Parents, you have such an important job and role in your child's life. You are your child's first teacher, and you're also such an important part of communication between all of their future teachers, and yourself. Teachers and parents may seem like they have very little in common, but that's not true. Both parents and teachers care about the children and are invested in their success. When parents and teachers are a team and work together, that leads to positive gains for the children in so many ways. Both quick check-ins and more formal meetings can help the lines of communication stay open and work on fixing anything that may arise before it escalates. Volunteering in the classroom could be a great way to get to know what's happening in the classroom a little better and create a bond between teachers and parents. Teachers may know more about the standards and developmentally appropriate practices, but parents, you know your children better than anyone. When teachers and parents work together, communicate, and focus on a common goal, everyone succeeds. So, what can you do to support your child's development at home? Well, follow their lead using their imagination during play. Play is the best way to connect, grow, and learn with your child. Asking questions about what they're doing and why. Read books regularly. Make it a part of the routine during the day or maybe even bedtime. Encourage storytelling. Sing songs together. Rhyming and repetition help children learn about words, sounds, and language formation. Draw pictures together. Play games. And most importantly, have fun together. Here are some quick tips to increase words and turn taking when talking, reading, or singing with your child. The Lena program is a great resource about oral language development and how important talking to your child is. Lastly, where can you find further support? Always start with your child's teacher or your center director. There are websites like the Division of Early Learning or the Lena program that can also be helpful. But here at the Early Learning Coalition of Indian River, Martin, and Okeechobee, we are here to help as well. You can reach out to any of us. Information will be on the next slide. Parents and teachers, we want to thank you for everything you do for our children and their future success. Thank you for joining us today to learn a little bit more about what is developmentally appropriate in the VPK school year.